Hi everyone, this is Walt Bayliss with repwarn. We're going to be starting in just a few moments, so take an opportunity to grab a cup of tea or coffee or glass of water. Make sure we've got our phone switched off and no distractions for a few minutes. I want to go through something that's costing businesses, $100,000 a year, so it's worth your time. And this problem really, it's easy to solve. So we'll begin in just a moment. We've just got a few more people coming into the presentation there, so we'll just let them all gather in and make sure everybody's settled and comfortable. So this is a pretty important presentation. As we walk through this, I've experienced personally tens of thousands of dollars lost due to this one simple thing to be able to solve. And in today's world, it's even more prevalent. So we're going to start in just a few moments and walk through. Okay, so for those who are here, let's kick off. So let's talk about the biggest threat. What we're going to be going through in this presentation is the biggest threat to businesses. And businesses can be losing up to 80% of their customers without even knowing it. And that can be costing more than $100,000 per year. Or it can be costing up to $30,000 per year to try and combat it. And also, as an extra aside during this presentation, how there are literally tons of customers looking for you and your business right now and walking straight past, and how we can capture those as well. So first of all, let's talk about this biggest threat and what it looks like. And you might be surprised that what this threat actually looks like is something that you'll see every single day. It looks like this. It looks like somebody with a cell phone. And as we know, across the world, everybody's got them. Everybody's got a smartphone these days. Everybody's connected to the internet, or the majority of people have the internet at their fingertips. And businesses have their reputations at stake, and they can be made and broken within seconds using just the keyboard on a phone. As people jump onto social media and tweet about perhaps a bad experience or about something that's happened to them, and businesses are affected by this massively. In fact, in some of the studies, we've seen that when the studies were conducted, 80% of people said that they would actually choose another business to transact with, to do business with, on account of one bad review, right? So something that's said online innocently enough as a customer walks out of your business on their social media site or whatever can then cost you 80% of your business ongoing. You wouldn't even know that it's happened. And that kind of loss is not something that most businesses would like to sustain. So let's talk about how this all came to pass, and a story. There's an airline here in Qantas, and it was an airline here in Australia, sorry, called Qantas. And in an article, it talked about one particular case where somebody was having a bad experience at check-in. So, I mean, airlines are stressful enough, and jumping onto flights, lots of people do it every day. But in the case where the check-in didn't go extremely well, and there was a bad experience had. So what happens was, of course, as we just talked about, the lady pulls out her cell phone and she jumps online and she says, "This is the worst airline experience I have ever had." Now, she didn't keep that to herself. She tweeted that with over 200,000 followers. What do you think that's worth to a business? And not just an airline. What do you think it's worth to any business where you're working so hard to generate leads? You're out there, you're doing advertising, you've got campaigns running, you've got staff, you've got stock, you've got all of the costs associated with doing business. And something as simple as a tweet can literally cost you tens of thousands of dollars. In a study, The Telegraph over in the UK actually said that bad reviews and online trolls were costing UK businesses up to £30,000 per year to try and in lost business, or try and to rectify that situation. And as we said, over 80% of people who see that would choose to go to another business, and that's not something that we can afford. That same article in The Telegraph said that the cost was somehow combated by businesses who are trying to overcome it with 11 to 20,000 pounds per year. I'm not sure what that translates for local currency for you, but for 11 to 20,000 pounds, I think that's in the time of recording close to double with Australian dollars, and I think it's about close to double with US as well. So let's say $30,000 in dollars per year to try and combat it, with a worrying 18% spending up to £30,000 per year on challenging those malicious posts and online comments. So a PR firm actually went on to put some numbers against that study and said, what if your annual customer value was 3,000? Now, I don't know what your customer value is, but if we're looking at the lifetime value of a customer. So if your annual, and this is taking an average, obviously some customers are going to be worth more, some businesses are going to have a lower value, but interestingly enough, 80% still stacks up to be a large number. So what if your customer value was $3,000 per year? And if your bad review or that innocent comment or seemingly innocent comment on social media was costing you just one prospect per week, or actually 4 per month, I've done the numbers here, 4 per month at 48 per year, that is a potential loss of $144,000 per year. See, as we know, bad and negative comments hit the web fast and they make massive influence on other people who are searching for your business and searching as they're seeing different experiences or posts from people. They're making those decisions based on comments made by people that are out of your control. So coming back to our case study with our worst airline experience I've ever had, it's not that bad experience. What we actually found is not the end of that story. It's not the end of the story. It's how you handle it. See, I've come from a hospitality background all that time ago. Into hospitality, I got into restaurants and managing restaurants, working through Australia and New Zealand. And, we had quite a lot of restaurants under management at one point in time. But very early in my career, I got taught a very valuable lesson about this phenomenon that we're talking about here. See, what happened was a lovely people at the restaurant sitting at the table, and their meal was running late. And I'm sure you've had that experience where you've put the order in and then it's just nothing. It's silence. Where is the food? And these people have been waiting about 30 minutes or 35 minutes, which is a long time to wait in a restaurant. And as I was looking at these customers, what I saw was they were getting angrier and angrier. And being junior in management, I didn't know how to handle that. And so I did what sort of first came to mind, which was the biggest mistake. And I hid. I couldn't make eye contact with this customer. I literally ducked my head, went into the kitchen and started yelling at the chefs, come on guys, quickly, they've been waiting half an hour. Come on, come on, come on. The more I hid from these customers, the angrier they got. And then it was a senior manager that actually took me aside and said, listen, how to handle that situation is very, very simple. And it's a powerful tool called communication. And with very simple communication, to be able to walk back over to a table that their meals are running late, and let's face it, those things happen, to walk over to those customers and say, can I buy you a drink? The meals are going to be an extra 10 minutes. And you would know yourself. If a waiter came over and said, listen, I'm sorry, the meals are a little bit late. Can I perhaps offer you a drink from a bar? And they shouldn't be too far away. If you keep that communication, it turns a customer from that angrier and angrier, what's happening and nobody's coming near me, to they turn into good customers and referral customers, which is amazing. So coming back to that airline, as I said, it's not the end of the story. She jumps onto her social media with over 200,000 followers and said it's the worst airline experience I've ever had. Now, this is where customer service intervened. Luckily, the airline was able to catch that comment and they steered the lady over to customer service. They were able to communicate with her personally, deal with the situation, and get her checked in. They solve the issue, they resolve the problem, they get her checked in, she jumps back onto social media and she said, now that's what I call service. I will never fly with anyone else. Okay? So she's actually gone from a bad experience to good. She's gone on to rave. See, it's not about a bad experience. We can read about a bad experience online, but if the following post then is, and wow, they really looked after me when I had this issue, they solved it, everything's great, and I couldn't recommend them highly enough, that's actually worth more. So it's not about the bad review, it's about the communication, and that bad experience to good is worth gold. And again, as we talked about with bad publicity hitting the web fast and costing businesses tens of thousands of dollars, most of the time without them even knowing, good comments and good publicity online are worth tens of thousands in revenue. And we've all seen when we're looking at buying a product or service and the reviews are glowing, when we talk about great service, that makes the buying decision for us. And again, it's a matter of being able to communicate and protect yourself to have that ability to overcome those situations if they appear. And that's where I want to introduce our program called repwarn. And repwarn is your 24/7 web monitor. What it does is it's web-based, so you can jump on from anywhere. If you're on your phone, on an iPad, on a laptop, on a Mac, a PC, anything at all. We've also got our iOS and Android apps. You can monitor for unlimited keywords, and we're talking about your brand name, so people can mention your brands or your products or your personnel or your people, your locations, even your competitors. And you can keep an eye. So if anybody mentions somebody's been in your business, they jump onto their social media and they talk about it, you have an immediate alert coming your way. So you have that instant notification, and what's better than that is it allows you to interact at the point of contact. And this is huge. I'll explain what I mean by that in just a second. But if somebody tweets, somebody jumps onto Twitter and says something about your business or service, repwarn will alert you and allow you to respond on Twitter, so you can actually make sure that they see it. See, if they've posted something on Twitter and you try and send them an email, well, they're not looking at their email right now. They're looking at Twitter right now. So this point of contact is a huge benefit, being able to immediately communicate with people as they mention your products, services, brands, or personnel. So let's look at repwarn and your business. Let's go and check it out, and let's have a real live view of repwarn. So this is our repwarn dashboard. As I said, it's web-based, accessible from anywhere in the world. And so we have this concept of alerts. We can set up unlimited alerts to notify us. So we might have one alert on product names, one alert on brand, one alert on personnel, one alert on locations. I'll show you what I mean. So let's look at, for example, brand names. And let's choose a few well-known ones here. Let's put in here Starbucks, for example. That'll probably get billions. I'll go Tire Power. Let's use our friend Qantas as an example. So this would be your brand, yeah? So if we've got your own business name, your product name, your brand names, okay? And you can choose, do you want those notifications to hit your app immediately? Do you want an email so you can turn that on and off and just get the app notifications? Or do you want a daily summary? You know, if it's not something that you need to respond to immediately, maybe you just want that that daily update. And again, we can choose where we want repwarn to look. So maybe it's not so important for us to be monitoring Yelp or Instagram or forums, but of course we can monitor any and all of those. So we have some hotel clients who are monitoring specifically on, so they've got web turned on and they're monitoring TripAdvisor, and they've got Yelp, and they've got YouTube for video reviews and that kind of stuff. So it depends where you want to get these alerts. So let's have a look what happens, and we'll set this up, and I'll literally just click on create my alert. And literally within seconds, there we go, we've got hundreds already. With those brand names, that would happen fairly quickly. But you can see that these are coming through. So I can now, what happens now is I can literally click and I can go straight to that particular website. So if somebody's commented on a review, I've got that immediate link straight through. We've seen Facebook there. If you've got Facebook, again, I can go directly to the Facebook post, and that's happening in seconds. Okay, absolutely seconds. And it's not just these big brands that it happens in seconds. I'll show you in a few moments some real live examples where we've been setting up for clients and had this, this immediate impact. So we can see so many things happen straight away. And again, this is how quick repwarn really works. So easily able to set up keywords, brand names, and get those immediate notifications and those immediate alerts. Okay. So what about with your business, your brands? You can monitor unlimited keywords. We can interact and respond in live time. And of course, it covers every avenue. Wherever people are commenting or having a discussion, repwarn is right there. And it really is your best business insurance policy. And like most insurance, you know, you hope you never have to use it. But there's that time. And let's say, for example, that somebody's posting a great comment. And I'm sure with your business that people are going to be talking in a positive light as well as anything else. And if that positive comment hits the web, you can just jump to work and start sharing it. Share it on Facebook, share it on YouTube or Twitter, and share positive comments and help the positive publicity get around as well. But it's your best business insurance policy to have repwarn monitoring for those keyword mentions. Somebody jumps onto Twitter or jumps onto Facebook or YouTube or their blog and comments about your business. Repwarn knows about it straight away. So let's have a look at some of the customers that are currently using the repwarn business system. And our first testimonial came in from a real estate agent, which was amazing. So what they actually said was, wow, real estate agents go to all lengths to know what's happening in their neighborhoods. Repwarn makes the monitoring so easy. One well-placed alert, and we pick up listings from anybody looking in the area and can keep tabs on people looking for houses in the area as well. Amazing. And that came from a real estate agent, a gentleman named George, which was incredible. A small business, an electrical company. These guys, I think, have got about 10 employees. And they had this to say: monitoring your reputation is key, but repwarn makes it easy. We also set the system to receive alerts for anyone looking for electricians in our area and have picked up a lot of business already. Love repwarn, great system. So what they're talking about there, they literally said they set up their alerts to look for, on a lead generation basis, electricians in whatever the suburb is. And so somebody jumps onto their Facebook or Twitter and says, does anybody know a good electrician in their suburb? And they're getting the alerts and are able to communicate. And just by being there and communicating, they're picking up a lot of business, which is great. We had a great testimonial come in from somebody who is a business coach and online marketer, a gentleman named Tom Beal. Tom's responsible for multi-million-dollar campaigns. Tom's run incredible businesses and consulted with some of the biggest names in business across the world. And Tom had this to say: I love the notices and pings that come through to the mobile apps. Being somewhat in the public eye, I don't always get a chance to know when somebody saw me in an audience or attended a talk I was presenting. With repwarn, if somebody comments, I can interact immediately. Protection of brand and reputation is so crucial, and repwarn makes it easy. That's from somebody that's doing a lot of public speaking, a lot of business consulting and talking. But that wasn't the end of Tom's experience. Tom actually jumped back onto record a video for us. And there's a longer snippet of his video on the page, but I want to let you hear from Tom exactly what he had to say.
Hello, my name is Tom Beal, CEO of Remarkable Marketing, and I'm here to chat with you today about reputation management. Unless you've been hiding under a rock, you recognize that it goes well beyond customer service nowadays. It goes to the interwebs. It goes towards social media. There is Twitter, there is Instagram, there is Facebook, and when the stuff starts to roll, it spreads there before it gets to your help desk, before your customer service department is able to help you with your reputation management. There's a tool out there called repwarn, and repwarn takes it above and beyond the simple tools that are available to the normal marketplace.
Repwarn takes it above and beyond, and that was such a great testimonial to get from Tom. I really appreciated that coming through. I want to talk to you about something that really is in the public eye, and introduce you to a resort called Sapphire. And Sapphire was recently voted the world's best luxury boutique hotel. Okay, and in hospitality, these guys are talking $2,000 a night or $2,500 a night per room. So, you know, you lose one customer and that's a heck of an impact on your bottom line. Justin King, who's the general manager of Sapphire, had this to say: in hospitality, reputation is everything. At Sapphire, we hold the title as voted as the best luxury boutique hotel in the world. That doesn't come easily. Now with repwarn, we're able to monitor and interact with any of our guests or press that are referencing the resort in any media on the web. So in the public eye and in the top area of monitoring reputations and comments and feedback, Sapphire using repwarn was an amazing testimonial. So we've got brand protection and reputation monitoring. That's a big tick, because you can really fine-tune your keywords and have repwarn alert you at the right time when anything is mentioned that you need to act on. So you can monitor an unlimited amount of keywords, and you've got that brand protection built in. But you know, that's great, and that's a perfect example of how to use the system as that insurance policy that we talked about. But what about more sales? You know, let's talk about not only protecting the bottom line that we have, but also increasing it. And so let's look at how to use the system to generate the hottest kinds of leads there is. And this is I'm really serious about this. This is way better than any advertising that you'll do. See, with advertising, you put up an ad. You know, it might be in a local paper, it might be on TV, it might be a billboard, it might be on the internet. You put up an ad, and you're literally shouting your message to the masses. You're saying, please, if anybody's out there is interested in our service, come to me. This is my ad. But with this particular style of lead generation, you are so targeted. People who are genuinely looking for your business will be able to find you. So let's have a look at lead generation with repwarn. And this is where I've actually got a live example that our real estate agent, I was doing the setup for them. So I was actually recording, this is how you set it up, and this is how we put it together for you. So I was creating a little bit of a how to do it for them. While I was setting it up, literally while I was recording the tutorial, there popped up a lead. Now, in real estate, the average lead is worth $4,700 in commission. That's taking into account all kinds of things. But let's have a look at what repwarn found within 20 seconds while I was setting it up for a client. So, as we said, average value for a real estate lead, $4,700.
So, real estate agent, as we can see, again, lots of results here. Real estate agent. Can anybody recommend a good real estate agent in Templestowe? Hello. Dink. All right. This website, obviously. Can anybody recommend? Look, somebody here has asked that question. And you'll be able to find it. So, where is it? Real estate agent in... There we go. Anybody recommend good real estate agent in Templestowe? There we go. Look at that. And you can obviously register on this site and be the person that pops up and responds. So you can see immediately how that would be a terrific lead.
So literally while I was doing the setup, that's how quick that repwarn actually works. So how many leads would it take for you to generate new business for people that are actually looking in your area, looking for your business and service right now? So lead generation, and again, let's do this live. Let me show you again the repwarn dashboard, and let's set up a lead generation campaign. So again, we'll go here and we'll create this alert, and let's try and find a few things here. So I'll put in here a lead generation alert, and again, this will be dependent on your business or service. So let's find a dentist in Washington. All right, let's look for a lawyer in Sydney. Actually, let's be more specific and say personal injury lawyer in Sydney. Let's try and find a I'm not sure, a chiropractor in Chicago. Okay, I'm doing this live, so I'm not sure whether we're going to have anything come through here, but I just wanted to show you how this works. So let's create this alert. There we go, straight away, lead generation alert, bang. So we've got a chiropractor in Chicago, that's good. Let's see, chiropractor in Chicago, personal injury lawyers in Brisbane, there we go. And you can see literally how quickly it comes through. Now, some of these might be your competitors. They might have set it up. And again, what a great way to keep a look and things. A family dentist in Washington. There we go. Dentist in Washington. You can literally see how quickly this is coming through. Okay. Podiatrist, dentist. Again, that might be competition. Dentist in Washington. Okay. So how about you set up your business so that you can scan and monitor for those keywords that could be potentially fantastic leads for you. You'll be able to monitor the web 24/7, and anybody that's looking for that particular service or anybody that's mentioning anything like that, because let's face it, people jump onto their social media first and they ask their circle of influence, does anybody know a good? Can anybody recommend a? Do you know of a? Right? And that can be your business, and repwarn will find those leads. Okay, repwarn will immediately alert you and find those leads for you, and you'll be able to immediately interact and respond. So repwarn can do that lead generation for you. Now, so I really need to ask, do you think it's a powerful tool for your business? Do you think being able to protect your brand and reputation, put in place that insurance policy? Remember we talked about the case that 80% of people said they would move on to a different business if they saw one bad review. So do you think that that would be something that you put in place? What about generating more business with lead generation and using it like some of our clients already are? And making more sales, delivering service like never before, being able to have that communication tool. Is it something that you need to think about? Again, if we look at that article in the Telegraph, they went on to survey 1,000 business decision makers, and they were saying that more than 50% were saying they had either experienced it or they were worried about it in the future. So we can see that something, even if we haven't had that experience so far, we know that social media moves so fast, and it is definitely something as a concern and something that you need to think about. So again, let me ask you, how much is your customer worth to you? And can you afford to lose 80% of them because of a simple comment that might be missed by a customer as they're experiencing your business? So again, I don't know what your numbers are, but that PR site we talked about at $3,000 per customer, if you were just losing 4 prospects a month, that's $144,000 a year. So do you think that this protection is needed? And do you think that the web is moving faster or slower? And you think it will increase or decrease? Of course, it'll increase. And this ability for people to be able to influence the business or influence the ongoing welfare of a business with their social media tools is going to only get stronger. So protecting your brand, generating more business and sales. If that $144,000 figure is accurate, even if it's half accurate, if you're $1,500 per client, or even a quarter, if we're at $750 per client, can you afford to lose 48 of them? I think, we're talking $30,000 per year. The cost of repwarn is very simple. It's just $97 per month. Or if you wanted to grab a bit of a discount, it's $997 for a whole year. So you can protect your business, generate leads, and have everything repwarn working for you on an unlimited basis for less than $100 per month. So less than $25 per week, less than $4 per day to have a constant monitor and a brand protection system in place, a reputation protection, communication tool in place, and lead generation. Talk about more sales. It doesn't take many more sales for repwarn to be able to pay for itself in entirety. And of course, you can start with us for $1. Give us a try for 7 days. Put in your keywords, put in your brands and your products, and start to see the kind of feedback that you're getting, and start to see the comments that have been made, or start to see the influence that people are having online. You can get started with us for $1. So what you need to do is click on the link below this message, below this presentation. You'll see a link there where you can click through and literally pick up repwarn working for you for $1 starting from today. And you can have this system monitoring your brands, protecting your business, generating leads for you for less than $1,000 per year. For the whole next 12 months, you can have that experience of repwarn, and of course, get started with just $1. While you're just finishing off there, I'll just answer a couple of questions that I always get asked. How many keywords can I monitor? Look, it's unlimited. You can create an unlimited amount of groups. As I mentioned, brand names, product names, personnel, locations, key staff members, keywords that drive your business, whatever it is, you can have unlimited numbers there. How quickly will I be notified? Literally as soon as it's visible on the web. So repwarn does a search every 5 minutes, and some things show up faster than others. Twitter and YouTube are very, very fast. Some people, when they post on a blog, it might take 2 or 3 days. But the great news is that as soon as the web has picked up on that post, repwarn picks up on it. So as soon as it's visible publicly, repwarn will have that notification in your hands. So, which means if somebody's posted on their blog and the internet doesn't know about it, then you don't need to worry about it. But as soon as the internet does know about it, repwarn knows about it, and it'll have it in your hands and able to deal with it. And as I said, some of that social media, really, it happens immediately. So you'll be notified. You can also set, I don't want to get an email every time something happens. Well, that's fine. Just set it on a daily summary, and you can have that come through in a consolidated report. Are there tutorials? Absolutely. There's a full video walkthrough for everything, including the fast start, how to get started, some tips on how to create the searches in the best possible way and keep them geographically located. Everything is walked through there. And am I locked in? No, not at all. You can start with the $1 trial and see for yourself. I'm sure you're going to love it. And I'm sure you'll see how over a 12-month period, this is a massive investment to protect your company and generate more business for you. So for a $1 trial, you can see that. But again, for the period of a 12-month protection for less than $1,000 a year, this is something that can be working for you 24/7. And if you're standing on losing 80% of your customers from one bad comment, that's an insurance policy you want to have. And again, on the lead generation, if we talk about just one customer, it doesn't take much to pay for the whole system. But of course, you can cancel anytime. So what you need to do is click the link below this presentation and grab your $1 trial. Literally get started with this, go through the tutorials, and you'll be set up within a few minutes of processing through. So I hope you've seen some great value with repwarn. It really is a terrific tool that we are looking after businesses all over the world already, and I'm looking forward to protecting your brand and reputation, your own business, and generating that additional revenue for you using our repwarn system. Thanks very much for attending the presentation. I really appreciate it. Click the link below and jump on with us for a $1 trial and take advantage of being able to protect your business and generate more sales for the cost of less than $100 a month, or even cheaper, less than $1,000 a year. So click the link below, and I'll look forward to welcoming you aboard repwarn soon.